Welcome to the College Fairs of Greater Denver. We're excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. My name is Matt and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen at any time. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so please be sure to check out the schedule on the website. The presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/greaterdenver. And now I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter, the University of California, Irvine.
Great, thank you, Matt. Thank you all for joining us this evening. I'm really excited to get to chat with you all tonight for a few minutes about the University of California, Irvine. So first off, just to get us started with who we are, UC Irvine is part of the University of California system. So we're a system of 9 undergraduate institutions. We are considered the research branch of the state of California. Irvine is down in Southern California. We have a beautiful location. We get ranked the #1 school for beach lovers. Don't know how their methodology there, but we'll take it. So we're 10 minutes from Newport Beach and have 3 other beaches within 30 minutes of us. Nice and sunny, 73, 75, and no humidity, whether it's January or whether it's August. And it is ranked as one of the safest cities in the country as well. So our students definitely enjoy that fun outdoor life, hiking, biking, just 25 minutes to Disneyland, or you can hop up to the top of the engineering tower and see the fireworks from Disney on any night as well. But this is a view as you're coming into John Wayne Airport, which you're definitely able to do from Denver. So it's our local regional airport, just located 7 minutes from campus. Right there in the center is Aldridge Park, also featured behind me tonight. And it's a great location, not only because of the wonderful things to do outside, but we are home to about 1/3 of all Fortune 500 companies. When Irvine was founded, we were founded in 1965. So we're a newer, more modern university as well. And we were really founded, and the city was founded at the same time, with the idea of being able to grow and support that infrastructure. So we see lots of different organizations coming into the area. We are known as the Silicon Coast. So we also have lots of jobs in tech, entertainment, the arts, all sorts of different companies that you can work with while you're in school, whether it's in the classroom. We do a lot of project-based learning with our partners in the area, or whether you're doing an internship at Google or In-N-Out headquarters located right across the street from campus. We are broken down into 14 different schools, so you have a lot of different options of majors to choose. We do have some that are more competitive than others, and we do admit by major. So it is helpful to keep in mind those types of things. We consistently have application workshops for out-of-state students all throughout the month of October and November. So I definitely encourage you to come to one of those to learn more if you do have questions around coming in by major. That being said, we definitely encourage students to double major once they're on campus. We see students who are really interested in being interdisciplinary and exploring things in a variety of areas. One of the hallmarks of a UCI education is understanding that we are all connected with the different academic disciplines, and we really have to work together to solve, big questions, big problems in the world. So you'll see even in the design and layout of our campus, we're designed in a circle. So it just takes about 10 minutes to get across the park, and Ring Road that you see there is just 1 mile around. So it's very easy to get around campus. And whether you are a sociology major, in economics, a business major, engineering, biology, drama, you're going to see all your friends and peers from across the campus. We also work really closely together when we're doing research, when we're doing all sorts of different projects on campus, and we have different centers on campus where they are bringing students and faculty from different areas together as well. Even though that's a larger undergraduate number there, our student to faculty ratio is about 17-1, and 63% of our classes have 50 students or fewer in it. Looking at our retention and graduation rates here, we do see students successfully graduate and continue to stay on to campus, once they are there. So 94% of our students return for their second year. And when we're also talking about the value of a UCI degree, we see students go out, become alum, get those great jobs, or go on to med school, law school, et cetera, and see them increase their salary after 10 years as well. This is important because we know as an out-of-state student that you are paying more for your education. So we really want to make sure that we're connecting you, valuing your time and your money that you're investing in your education. I mentioned that we do have a lot of internships and project-based learning. So as I mentioned, we are part of Silicon SoCal Valley there, and 73% of our undergrads participate in research before they leave us. We also have study away or study abroad programs. So we have a program in DC with all of the UC system where you can live and work in DC while also having taking classes and living with fellow UC students. And then we also share study abroad programs. Each UC has their own study abroad program, and we also share them across the system. So once we're up, back and running with study abroad, you're going to have lots of options available. We are also recognized as a very diverse institution. By no means does that mean that we think we're doing everything perfect, and we have lots of things in place to make sure that students are not only supported on campus, but are also thriving. But you'll see here that we have students from a variety of backgrounds, and it's really great to see on campus us celebrating our differences and sharing out all of our cultures as well. We are a D1 school for sports in the Big West Conference, but we're also a top esports programs for any of my gamers here today. That might interest you as well. And then over 600 student clubs and organizations that are available to you. And finally, we are part of the entire UC system. So you have that University of California name on your diploma. There are lots of projects that happen across the system and between different campuses too, that our students get to be a part of and take advantage of. Last little piece of advice here, our application for you seniors is live now. The submission timeline is November 1st through November 30th, and we don't participate in early action or early decision. We are also test free or test blind, which means we don't need your scores for any reason. We don't use them in the admissions process. I'll give you a chance to take a picture of that here if you're interested in learning more about us. And thank you so much for your time this evening.
Great, thank you very much, Michelle. Next up is San Diego State University.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Brian Zahn. I'm the Regional Admissions and Recruitment Manager at San Diego State University. SDSU is located in sunny San Diego, and I'm regionally based here in Colorado. So thank you for joining us this evening. Nicknamed America's finest city, San Diego is home to 70 miles of coastline, more than 100 colorful and unique neighborhoods, Balboa Park, Coronado Island, Gaslamp Quarter, USS Midway Museum, Fernando Tatis Jr., and so much more. It's also blessed with mountains, deserts, parks, hundreds of miles of trails, and world-class educational opportunities. SDSU is a diverse community of 31,000 undergraduates and over 400,000 alumni, and offers unique cross-border educational and service opportunities, over 500 study abroad options across the globe, 8 unique cultural centers, and close to 100 majors in 7 different colleges. We've also been recognized as a Hispanic serving institution, recipient of the Higher Education and Diversity Award, a Best Colleges for LGBTQ students according to Campus Pride, and an NCAA Division I athletics powerhouse in the Mountain West Conference. So let's take a quick little, got the share sound going, quick little view of campus. So that's a quick little look at SDSU's main campus, but in fall of 2022, we should see the first stage of construction on the SDSU Mission Valley campus expansion. And that may include the completion of a multi-use stadium for college football, professional soccer, other sports, concerts, and events. It will also include more than 80 acres of open space with a river park, athletic and recreational fields, and more than 4 miles of hiking and biking trails. But most importantly, there's going to be 1.6 million square feet of academic, research, and innovation space. So if you decide to call SDSU home for your 4-year college experience, you'll have the opportunity to live in one of our residential learning communities. In these communities, you'll live alongside other students with shared academic, career, or co-curricular interests. Some examples are the Pre-Law Community, Pride House, Weber Honors Residential College, and Toltec House for undeclared majors. As an out-of-state student, you are required to live on campus for your first 2 years. And the advantages to living on campus are numerous, and research indicates that students that live on campus have higher GPAs, report an overall better college experience, and graduate in a timely fashion. Of course, the purpose of attending college and coming to SDSU is to earn your degree. With close to 100 majors organized into 7 colleges and the SDSU Global Campus, there's something for just about everybody. Popular programs include psychology, criminal justice, kinesiology, business, mechanical engineering, and nursing. And every major actually has a major academic plan or map to provide you with the roadmap to graduation in 4 years. Additionally, there are a ton of unique academic resources, including the Coastal and Marine Institute labs, the Drone Lab, the Center for Clinical and Cognitive Neuroscience, the Lab and Entrepreneurship Center, the Nuclear Magnetic Resonance Facility, and the Human Patient Simulation Center. So earning your degree obviously is key, but having some fun is important too. And whether you want to play a sport, join one of the more than 300 clubs and organizations, lead a community service project, write for the student newspaper, or work on the campus radio station, you'll find endless opportunities to stay active and engaged with campus. And here's a quick look at the SDSU Aztec experience. So if you're ready to join the San Diego State community, what do you need to know for application and admission purposes? Students apply at calstate.edu/apply. Evaluation of students is based on GPA, required A through G course completion, strength of curriculum, and your intended major. SDSU is test blind or test free for fall 2022 applicants. The application is available October 1st through November 30th. So the 1st is this Saturday. Admission decisions are sent by March, and you have until May 1st to submit your intent to enroll to join the class of 2026. So thank you for your time. I hope you'll consider joining the SDSU Aztec family. Good luck with your college search, and please feel free to ask any questions via the chat, or likewise, my contact information is here on the slide, so feel free to contact me if I can be of any help. Thank you.
Great, thanks so much, Brian. Next up is Arizona State University.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sung An, first-year recruitment coordinator for Arizona State University, located on the west coast of America. I am happy to talk about the house of heat that can't be beat, and it's almost down the street, or rather a 1-hour flight, a short flight from Denver to Phoenix. Arizona State University is in the greater Phoenix metro area. We are in the 5th largest city in America, as well as the largest state capital. We're one university in many places. We have 4 campuses in the greater Phoenix metro area. So depending on what you're interested in studying, you're going to be near internship opportunities, and you're fully connected to what's available to you in the Valley of the Sun. For instance, in the state of Arizona, all of our Fortune 500, 100, 1,000 companies are located within 20 minutes of our campuses. We also have a very robust health network. So those of you who are interested in pre-health, nursing, med school, all of those types of programs, you're going to have those opportunities to shadow and have those career experiences as you prepare for the next step after you go to college. We also have, we're very, very well known for our reputation for innovation. Phoenix is known for just amazing ideas going on in Silicon Desert, as well as our sustainability efforts. Sierra Club just named us a top school for our sustainability efforts. We're very proud of the work that we've done to get as close to carbon neutral as we can. And so you get to benefit from being a part of Sun Devil Nation. We have over 350 different majors along our 4 campuses. Some of our most popular majors include our top 25 ranked WP Carey School of Business, the Fulton Schools of Engineering, as well as our Walter Cronkite School of Journalism, if you're interested in sports journalism or political journalism or broadcast journalism. And we also have programs in professional flight, pretty much anything you could think of, we have at ASU. So being part of the Sun Devil community, when you're coming in from your first year, you're actually housed by the college that you're admitted in. So one of the benefits of living on campus is that you have instant study buddies. You're taking the same classes. You're right next to your classes as well. So for instance, the Tucker House, which is our new engineering building on the Tempe campus, is right across the street from the Fulton Schools of Engineering buildings. There's maker spaces. There's a gym even inside there. A lot of workspace for you to just cram in all those long hours as you're preparing for your different projects. So as being part of that community, we have over 1,000 clubs and organizations, several student coalitions, and various identity groups and religious organizations for you to find your community on campus. We're a large university, as you might know, over 70,000 students between our 4 campuses, but we vary between our 4 campuses from Tempe to the West Campus. And so whatever you're looking for, you'll certainly find here at ASU. Applying to ASU is fairly straightforward. We're available on the Common App as well as the Coalition application and our own homegrown application. All you'll need to do is self-report your grades or request a transcript from your counselor. If you self-report your grades, you'll hear back sooner. You'll just need to put down your grades from your freshman year of high school through your junior year and list the courses that you have in progress. There is no essay required, no letters of recommendation required in order to submit your application, and you'll be able to pay the application fee online. We are test optional for both admission and scholarships this year. So on our scholarship, we have a scholarship estimator on our website where you can see how much you could be receiving in scholarships based on your academic record at the time you apply to ASU. For those of you who might be interested in being part of a community of scholars, the Barrett Honors College is also available to students who are looking for that experience. After you apply to ASU, you'll get your 10-digit ASU student ID, and you'll use that to complete the Barrett application. From there, you'll need to send a couple of letters of recommendation or have them sent, as well as answer a short essay prompt. But either way, when you apply to ASU, if you meet the admission requirements, meeting our competency courses as well as our aptitude courses, most majors require just a 3.0 GPA, you'll hear back in 2 to 4 weeks. And so, as I mentioned, we have a wide variety of merit scholarships. We are also a WUI eligible school. So for specific majors on our downtown Phoenix, West, and Polytechnic campuses, if you are admitted to one of these specific majors, you will automatically receive the discounted tuition. And so in that case, you'll be paying 1.5 times the in-state tuition. We also have the scholarship portal where you can apply for additional scholarships that can stack on top of those merit scholarships or that WUI discount that you're getting. In most cases, you're going to be able to receive a significant discount so that to mitigate the out-of-state tuition costs. We in such a short amount of time, it's tough to cover everything, but we have a wide variety of prospective student programming. A lot of our alumni, a lot of our current students will be happy to assist you there. And finally, please visit our website to find your contact. To contact your rep. Kristen Burrell is your Colorado regional representative, so I will put down her information in the chat. Thank you so much. Look forward to hearing from you. Forks up, go Devils.
Great, thanks so much. And next up is Embry Riddle, Aeronautical University.
Good evening, everybody. I am representing the Prescott campus. We also have George on with us this evening representing the Daytona campus. To kick things off, I'm going to show a quick video and then I'll share some facts. If you guys have questions along the way, please just drop those in the Q&A section, and happy to answer those questions. All right. So a couple things about Embry Riddle, if you're not that familiar with it. As I mentioned, we do have both campuses, so I'll touch base on a couple of those differences quickly. But we are ranked #1 in the nation for aerospace engineering by US News and World Report. We also have the first and only College of Business, Security, and Intelligence. We also have the first and only aerospace physiology program. I won't delve too much into that program. It's definitely one of my favorites, but just know that it's an amazing pre-med option, and they do have 100% acceptance into pre-med, into medical schools. We are also an ABET accredited institution, which is definitely important for engineering. We are also one of only 8 universities in the world that has an ABET accreditation tied to our cybersecurity program. George, if your internet is up to par, do you want to talk a little bit about the Daytona Beach campus?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks. Sure. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, thanks. I was having a little issue, but yeah. So our Daytona Beach campus is located right in the middle of Daytona Beach. It's right next to the airport. As you can see, we have about 7,000 students on that campus, but we do keep our classes small. Average size is 27. But it's still lots of activity, lots of clubs and organizations. Our Florida campus is NCAA Division II with our athletics. We offer all branches of ROTC at the Florida campus. That location is really nice. Obviously, we have good weather year round. We're very close to the beach, about 5 minutes from the beach from the campus. We're about an hour east of Orlando and about an hour north of the Kennedy Space Center. So we can see launches from campus. We can drive down and get close if we'd like to, but it's a great location. And I'll let Tina take it over and talk about the Prescott campus.
So one of the nice things about doing a virtual presentation is I can put actually our campus on the screen behind me. So you guys don't have to take my word that all of Arizona is not just one giant desert, which I initially thought being from New England. But we do have mountains and green things. As you can see, we have lakes as well. There are actually 5 in the city of Prescott. With Prescott itself, we're about 3,000 students. And one of the things I like to point out with a video that we showed on either campus, about 95% of our students are actually undergraduate students. That said, all of the laboratories, all the students you saw in the video, all of those are undergraduate students. So our average class size is about 24 students on the Prescott campus. We also have an abundance of clubs and organizations. Just because I know most of you are in the Colorado area, we do have a ski and a snowboard club. We are also NAIA for our sports, and we also have our OTC. That said, we do have Marine Corps contingencies on both campuses as well. Couple things that I will cover quickly about the application process, but because we are a private school, we do have our own online application. You only need to apply to one campus. If you apply to one campus and you are accepted to both campuses. So if you're not sure which one is the best fit yet at this point, that is completely fine. You do not need to decide your life tonight. That said, all you need to do is either email myself or George, and we can easily change your campus as long as the program has not been filled. Once you submit your application, we do need a copy of your transcripts. Most schools do use Naviance, so you can just go ahead and enter us in, and otherwise you're welcome to email one of us and how to submit your transcript if you're not sure. Cover financial aid really quickly, just because I know we have a short amount of time tonight. So again, if you have any questions, please use the Q&A. But over 90% of our students do receive some type of financial aid. We have both merit as well as need-based. We also have a variety of external scholarships. We have VEX, First Robotics, Cyber Patriots, and TARC, if anyone is in those. And we will accept any outside scholarships. Oops. Technical difficulties with PowerPoint on Zoom. That said, here's the contact information for either of the campuses. So again, I am the representative for the Colorado campus, and I'll put my email in the chat. And George is the representative for the Daytona Beach campus. But this is the general contact information. And as a thank you guys for joining us this evening, I will also type in the chat the waiver code for our application, just as a thank you for joining us this evening.
Excellent. Thanks very much. Next up is Prescott College.
Hi, thank you so much. Okay, let me pull up the presentation here. Hopefully we're all seeing this okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Annie McGarry. I'm the Associate Director of Admissions for Prescott College. We are a small liberal arts college located in Prescott, Arizona. It is gorgeous, as you can see. So 4 seasons, temperatures range anywhere from 30 to 90 degrees, 5,000 elevation. So it's very similar to like the Denver metro area, but just with less snow. So personally, I do appreciate that. We're in the high desert of central Arizona, about an hour and a half north of Phoenix and an hour and a half south of Flagstaff. So kind of smack dab in the middle there. 277 days of sunshine per year and 45,000 people in the city of Prescott. Some of our program highlights. So we focus on experiential education. And what that means is that students are spending about 75% of their time actually outside of the classroom, really applicably applying what they're learning in classroom then to real world experience. We want to make sure that the degree that you have is also complemented with a resume. So career focused curriculum is what we like to say. All of our learning is self-directed. So what I mean by that is that you're getting to decide what that degree plan looks like. We have about 12 different majors for you to choose from. And then under each one of those is anywhere from 5 to 10 different emphases or focuses that you'll really get to focus in on during your undergraduate study. We really emphasize all students interning. So internships are guaranteed to all students in their undergraduate work. And then we also really encourage job shadowing as well. We have a 7-to-1 student faculty ratio. So small class sizes are maxed at about 14 per classroom. And that starts your freshman year and continues all the way into your senior year. We have 350 students on campus. And so it's a small school, but we have lots of opportunities for students to expand their faculty and their communities. We have a super intensive orientation program with both wilderness, hybrid, and community options. It's the first class you ever take at Prescott College. Wilderness includes a 21-day backpacking trip. The hybrid option includes 3 different 5-day excursions. And then the community-based option is located just in Prescott, the city, with service projects mostly. To take a look at some of our, well, all of our degrees that we offer. So at Prescott College, it's really important that everyone knows that education is personal, right? We want you to forget a standard one-size-fits-all degree. At Prescott College, you're going to have the opportunity to really craft that degree plan so it's as unique as you are. Not one student at Prescott College has ever graduated with the same degree, which I think is super neat. We offer a Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Fine Arts. So our programs include adventure education, arts and humanities, cultural regional studies, which has been changed to social justice studies recently, education, human development and psychology, environmental studies, which can include marine studies or like wildlife conservation, sustainability management, sustainable community development, and then our newest is sustainable food systems. The Bachelor of Science is offered in the environmental studies program as well as the sustainable food systems program. So keep that in mind. We also offer an accelerated master's degree. So what this looks like is you apply for it your junior year, your senior year, you start taking those master level courses as you wrap up your undergraduate coursework. You're graduating with a bachelor's and a master's degree in 5 years. This is awesome. It means that you're getting finished with your schooling just a little bit quicker, saving some money. So it's a great way for students to continue just straight into their master's work. A couple of our students, we polled them. We said, what were your favorite courses at Prescott College? And then this is what they had to say. A couple of highlights on a few of them, because some of them are really special. So the Grand Canyon semester is one of our favorites. It's a 16-week course that takes place in the Grand Canyon. It's a very interdisciplinary course that includes some whitewater rafting, some backpacking, and then work with the Park Service. And we're one of 3 schools that has a year-long pass to the Grand Canyon. And so we're really proud of that. I mentioned some travel opportunities that take place. So internationally, we have a research center in Masailand, Kenya. We also have a research center in Quino Bay, Mexico. These are awesome because the courses that we're offering are part of our curriculum at Prescott College. So you never have to worry about transferability or additional costs associated with tuition. These are courses that we're offering at extension campuses. So it's great. We also have a sister school in Telemark, Norway. So if you're looking for a more traditional study abroad option, you can absolutely participate in that, as well as classes that take place in Costa Rica. Domestically, we're a part of 2 consortiums. So SEAL, which is the Consortium for Innovative Environments and Learning, and then EcoLeague. As a student with Prescott College, there are 18 schools within these consortiums that you can go to. Some of them include Northland, New College of Florida, College of the Atlantic, Evergreen, Redlands, Quest. So you can go to any one of these schools for a semester or for a year and take the classes that they're offering. They transfer directly to Prescott College. Your tuition stays the same as a Prescott College student. Scholarships stay the same, so you never have to worry about transferability. I'm going to skip to the last part real quick. So admissions and scholarships, guys, you can apply through our website or on the Common App. Our merit-based scholarships range from $15,000 to $25,000. We are test optional, no application deadlines or scholarship deadlines, and we'll just stack your need-based aid right on top of those merit-based scholarships. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great night.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And up next is Grand Canyon University.
Awesome. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, awesome. Hi, everybody. My name is Kaylee Souter, and I am the local university admissions counselor for Grand Canyon University. And I actually live here in Fort Collins, Colorado, and graduated from Fossil Ridge High School. So I'm a local to the area, which is awesome. And I attended GCU and graduated in 2018. If you have never heard about GCU before, we are a private Christian university in the heart of Phoenix, Arizona. And so we are about 15 minutes away from our friends at ASU, but we are an interdenominational campus, which means we are accepting of everybody at GCU. We do not require a statement of faith or chapel to attend GCU. We were founded in 1949 and do have about 20,000 students on campus, about 18,000 of which live on campus, which makes us a pretty large university. We do have ground and online campuses at GCU as well. So if you're thinking to go online, that is also something you can do. We are in one of the #1 sunniest cities in the US and are rated one of the most outdoorsy schools in America as well. And like one of my friends had originally said, you kind of think Phoenix just is Valley of the Sun, not much to do there, but we're actually really close to everything. So we are about an hour and a half away from Prescott, about 2 hours away from snowboarding. So you can still kind of get that Colorado experience, and mountain biking and climbing is all very close as well. We do have over 200 different programs and emphases at GCU, and a bunch of different certifications as well. So we do have 9 distinct colleges, from computer science, engineering and technology, humanities, education, fine arts and production, doctoral studies, pre-med, nursing, and honors college. What's awesome about GCU, and was one of my favorite parts about it, was that we do not have out-of-state tuition. So our tuition is very affordable and was one of the reasons that I was able to attend GCU as a student. Our tuition in total is about $16,500 per year. And we have been on a tuition freeze for 13 years. And that has been going on since 2009, which is awesome. So how we do scholarships at GCU is that we give scholarships to all of our students based on either your GPA, ACT, or SAT, whatever is highest. So this scholarship chart is really cool for all of our students to look at. So I would encourage you to take a picture of this, and you can see if a student has a 3.0 GPA but does score an ACT of 27, they would actually fall into a higher scholarship bucket for that. This is really helpful because it allows our students to just get scholarships for whatever they're best in. So if that's their GPA or their ACT, we love to reward that for our students. But we do not require an ACT or SAT. And all these scholarships are renewable each year and are locked in for all 4 years. Our average graduation rate at GCU is about 3.5 years. So our goal is to get you the best academic experience possible in the least amount of time with the greatest experience and internships while you're in school. If you're wondering about our traditional student body, we do have over 90% of our students that maintain academic scholarship for all 4 years, and our average class size is less than 25 students per class. We do have an average GPA of in 2018 of a 3.5, and that has stayed the same for the last 3 years. And more than 75% of our students study the sciences and business at GCU, and we do love to give scholarships to our STEM students as well. We are a Division I athletics team, and you might have heard of us because we won the Western Athletic Conference this year, and we're able to participate in March Madness. And so we're getting ready for another awesome season, and actually kick it off tomorrow with our Midnight Madness on campus. But we do have a bunch of sports teams on campus, and our arenas are state of the art, and we are rated one of the top student sections as well. All of our campus housing at GCU is apartment style or suite style living. And so freshmen are allowed to have apartments on campus, but we do not require students to live on campus at all during their time at GCU. And so as you can see here in this picture, this is a shared suite at GCU. And so you do have your own bathroom in each room and a common area that you share with your roommates and suite mates. One of the last things that I always like to talk about is for all of our students that are accepted to GCU, we actually do fly you out for an all experience trip to campus. And so I'm actually leaving on a trip with a bunch of students here in Colorado tomorrow. And we leave in the morning and come back on Saturday. And it's completely paid for by the university to give you hands-on experience to see if it would be a good fit for you. So to be qualified for this, you do just have to be admissible to the university. And I do have a one-on-one meeting with all my parents in Colorado to go over budget sheets and scholarships directly. The last thing is we do have a free application at GCU, and this scan QR code should be able to pull you up directly to the application immediately. And we don't require any letters of recommendation and essay questions. What's awesome about this is I'm the direct representative that all students will be working with. And so I actually can get you accepted to the university within 24 hours and have a coffee meeting scheduled with you by next week. So if you have any questions, please go ahead and apply, and I will put my rep code in the chat as well as a link to the free application and my contact information. And we hope to see you in Phoenix and hope you become a LOPE.
Excellent. Thanks very much. Thank you to all of our presenters. We have a few minutes left for Q&A. So I would invite all of our presenters to come back on camera, and I'll ask you to respond to this question. What advice you would give someone going through the college search process? And we'll start with the University of California.
Thank you, Matt. So I think the question was, what would we recommend or piece of advice we give to students going through the college search process right now? So I would definitely say, take advantage while we're still in this virtual world of attending info sessions that are maybe really specific to things that you're interested in, and also trying to hear from current students. I think current students are never more available to you all than right now. And that's a really great way to get a sense of if a campus is a great fit for you.
Yeah, my piece of advice is generally don't try to win the college search process. I think students can get stressed out about this process, trying to find the dream school, the right school. And you get into this, you start hearing from other students who've got admitted places. Try and find the school that's the best match for you, not the one that somebody else ranks the highest in a particular area, or just know what the rankings are actually looking at. So that if you are looking at rankings, you identify if the school is actually a good match or good fit for you.
I would say, oh gosh, I have so much advice. It's my mama bear side kicking in. Yeah, I think that I would advise, those schools are out of your reach. Be aware of how many scholarships there are out there. I'm first generation myself, and so money was a really big concern. And so I do think that it's great to know how many scholarships there are, especially in the world of STEM, just because that's my area of expertise. Women are considered minority in the STEM fields, and they're throwing money at women in STEM right now in particular. But there's so much money available for specific degrees and specific types of schools out there. So just know that you can really afford any school that you want to. You just have to put in the work.
I love this question, just because I always encourage all my students to come up with 3 things that are must-haves for them in a university. And because every student's different, we really want to cultivate an experience for our students that are going to be successful for 4 years on campus, whether that's at GCU or a different university. It's really important for me to find students that are passionate about things and find a school that fits them best. So for me, I think it's important for all my students and parents to have a conversation of the 3 most important things for them in a university. Because when you go and spend money looking at universities, it's really important to see what they have to offer you, and to see if you'd be a good fit there for 4 years as well. And so I think that's a really cool bonding experience to talk through with students and parents as well. And it kind of breaks barriers down as well with your students. So 3 things is the best piece of advice that I have, is to come up with must-haves. That way it's easier to cross some things out on your list.
I would say that my piece of advice is going to be, don't procrastinate. Give yourself plenty of time. If you think that you've given yourself enough time, add some more time to it. When it comes to college applications, you just want to make sure that you are sending in the right essays. If you're applying through the Common App, that you're putting in the right supplemental essays for the right colleges if they're asking for it, that you've made sure that you're if you're applying again, like through the Common App, that it didn't cut you off at the end there. So just making sure that you're giving yourself plenty of time. And if you're applying through a college's personal application, that you are meeting those requirements if they do have additional like essay requirements or anything like that. So that would definitely be my advice.
Excellent. Thank you all. So we have time for one more question. What is like students to remember about your institution? And we'll start with you, Michelle.
I'm sorry, Matt. I think that was what is one thing that we want students to learn about our institution.
Yeah, one thing for students to remember.
Sure. So I think one fun fact, I always like to give a fun fact about our school. So one idea that I think gives a sense of our students is that every year our students try to break a Guinness Book of World Records. So we have the world record for the largest game of dodgeball ever played, largest water blaster fight, a largest game of capture the flag. Although that might sound super silly, I think it gives a good sense of the type of students that we have on our campus.
I'll go with something more practical and logistical, just because it's coming up. Our application opens on October 1st and closes on November 30th. And so sometimes that's a surprise to students. So just kind of have those, deadlines in the back of your mind if you're thinking about applying to SDSU.
One of my favorite things that was just in the news for anyone who is a space geek like myself, and following Inspiration 4 was the first all civilian space flight. And there were 4 people on that flight, and 2 of them were alumni from Embry Riddle. So I've been geeking out over that and stalking that online.
I guess I would say one thing that I would love for you to take away from Prescott College is just remembering that we are a non-traditional education model that can really work and make you successful if you don't fit into a traditional world. So.
Yeah, I think one thing that's important about GCU, and what I loved about GCU, was the community that you get when you're on campus. Although academics are so good at GCU as well, the thing for me that really was awesome and just stood out to me every single time I go back on campus is the community. There's so many different opportunities to meet people and make friends, and really just get involved in the community as well. As we are a Christian university, it's something that's really important to us, is giving back. And so it's awesome to do that alongside your peers and alongside the people that are in your classes and alongside even your teachers. And so I think it's awesome that you can come down to campus on a free trip. And so it'd be great to just come out and see if it'd be a good fit for you.
Excellent. Thank you all so much. So we are at a time for this session. I'd like to say thank you for joining us. After this window closes, there'll be a quick survey. We do appreciate your feedback. Please do sign up for additional sessions that are happening as part of this college fair, and you'll be able to find a recording online at strivescan.com/Greater Denver. Thank you all so much and have a great rest of your evening.
Thanks, everybody.